All right, I've got 6:30. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Travis Kramer.
Here.
Scott McCorney.
Here.
Jeremy Hansen.
Here.
Jason Weesey.
Here.
Paul Kraus.
Here. The Open Meetings Act is posted on the wall. Item 4, consent agenda. Does anybody see anything they want to consider separately off the payables? If not, then we'll need a motion to approve as presented. John, you added up everything on that G&G concrete and that all looked good to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a Mark Rope's property over here. He had some trees there that he had repaired by G&G, so that's why it may look inflated, but it's for that project that Mark got that built 2 years ago.
I'll motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Abstain.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 5, approval of the minutes from the November 20th, 2023 regular board meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the November 20th, 2023 regular board meeting as presented.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second for approval of the regular board meeting minutes from November 20th, 2023. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 6, unfinished business, second reading of ordinance 679, amendment to AMC 12.04.020. This would be our status ordinance.
Yeah.
A board member that approved it the first time has to read it the second time as well or not?
I don't know that matters.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's maybe you.
Sure.
I marked it as the blue
I don't
tab
think
on
so.
that sheet.
Yeah. Should have a blue tab on your cheat sheet.
Yep.
Where to start?
You got it? Yeah, any discussion or anything? Are we all good?
This is just,
Okay. I'll move for the second reading and passage of ordinance number 679, which reads an ordinance of the Village of Arlington, Nebraska to amend Chapter 12, Article 4, Section 020 lien and establish the use of liens and collection agency for delinquent utility accounts, amending and replacing all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing for an effective date.
Second that.
did we vote on this the first time or we vote every reading or just the last?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so. We have a motion and a second for the second reading of ordinance number 679. If there's no further discussion on this ordinance, let's vote on that motion.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 7A. Discussion and possible approval of reappointing street superintendent to appoint Stephen Parr from JEO Consulting.
Make a motion to appoint Stephen A. Parr from JEO Consulting Group Incorporated, license number S859 Class A as the street superintendent for January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024.
I'll second that. Oh, sorry.
Travis got her.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of Stephen Parr as our appointed street superintendent. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weesey.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. We'll need to do the same thing on the village engineer, item B.
Make a motion for the approval of reappointing JEO Consulting Group as the village engineer for January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of JEO Consulting Group as a village engineer for a term of January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. There's no further discussion. Let's vote on that motion.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item C, discussion and possible approval of audit services from Sharon Hammerlund, CPA. The same one we used last year. Been one of the more affordable ones we've had in recent history. Didn't have any issues with her, did you?
No, we've used her for the past 2 years that I've been
Yeah,
here, so.
yeah.
It's great.
Make a motion to approve Sharon Hammerlund, CPA for the audit. The amount
8,000.
is how much?
8,000.
8,000.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of Sharon Hammerlund. And her estimate of $8,000 to do the audit. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item D, discussion and possible approval of resolution 1218-2023A, appointment of village heads and commissioners.
Here's your time to change.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Did anything change on the other departments up top?
RVR Bank and myself.
No.
That's it.
All right. Then I would, to do a resolution, we need a motion.
That's yellow on your thing.
I move to introduce resolution 12182023A. Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Arlington, Washington County, Nebraska appoints the following persons for the village department categories and department commissioners as follows. Depository Bank, RVR, Village Auditor Sharon Hamlin, Village Attorney Prosecutor Stephen Twig, Clerk Treasurer Kate Robertson, Emergency Manager Dan Douglas, Engineer JEO, Village Street Superintendent Stephen Parr, Village Physician Matt Magneto, Village Newspaper Arlington Citizen, Village Street and Parks Commissioner John Rosenthal, Village Sexton Trevor Ganuzzi, Water Sewer Commissioners Travis Kramer, Paul Kraus, Cemetery Scott McCorney, Jeremy Hansen, Streets Jason Weasey, Paul Kraus, Police Jason Weasey, Scott McCorney, Parks Travis Kramer, Jeremy Hansen.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of resolution 12182023A. If there is no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jennifer Hansen.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Under streets, we don't really have anything in the committee report. We're awaiting information from financing for the spring street project. So we'll probably be making some ordinances. They're drafting ordinances that we have to,
I think January we'll see stuff on the agenda about this, so.
and that may depend on how much we want to spend out of the sales tax before they'll do that. I don't know.
Yes.
So we may have to have those discussions first. Item B, discussion and possible approval of resolution 12182023B, approval of chairman signing of the year-end certification of city street superintendent for determining highway incentive payment for 2023. So this is just something from the state that we have to sign. And it's required for us to get state funding.
Yes, our highway allocation. Monies.
I make a motion to adopt resolution 12182023B. The signing of the year-end certification of city street superintendent. And chairman signing of the year-end certification of city street. Do I need me to read the document, do you? As presented. How about that? There you go.
I'll second that.
Now we're covered. All right, we have a motion and a second for the approval of resolution 12182023B, approval of the chairman signing the year-end certification of city street superintendent for determining highway incentive payment for 2023. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Travis Kramer,
Aye.
Scott McCorney,
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen, Jason Weasey, and Paul Kraus.
Aye. Discussion about 7th Street repair.
I requested to have this on the agenda. We talked about it last month. JEO came up with a plan to invest money, $8,000 to come up with plans. I don't think that's necessary. Talked to her with Griffin one more time. And I think if John and Griffin get together, and maybe do a little maybe shaving or adjusting on the road. Maybe at the end of the day, we might invest in some rock or something, keep the costs down to a minimum. And I know it's one citizen has a complaint that Friday night I came home, it was raining, so I actually got video of the path, the water going right down the center of the street, starting up even above me. And I think all it takes is some fine tuning there. I don't think we need to invest a whole lot into it, but if John would be willing to get with Griffin and
Now,
something happen.
generally though, like this time of year isn't the best time to do that. You know, because
He'll be pushing all the rock
if
off.
we did, yeah, we'll just push all the rock right back off if it does snow or something, so maybe this spring, if he's happy with something like that, we could discuss doing something like that, but I'd hate to do a bunch of work and then all of a sudden we have to do it again in the spring, so maybe I can get together with him, I have his number and I can talk to him about it a little bit more and see what his ideas are. And I can meet with Jason and it's Jason and Paul, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, we gonna take much, we'll be crowding over the road or something. Or with them, you know, every time I talk to them, the plan gets smaller and smaller, what his vans would be, so.
Yeah. And that's something we wouldn't probably have the equipment to
Obviously, we
take on down the road, so
maintain or anything. to pull
that might be something they could work with us on if they have. the
Yeah,
equipment, so.
He agreed to do the work. I had one, John or one of us there at the time, just to,
Yeah.
like I said, we'd try a little at a time and fine tune it as we go, but. That's what I was thinking there.
Let's see if we can get a hold of him and try and set something up. There's a timeline.
At least we can meet with him and find out his ideas, a little bit more fine tuned on.
Item D, sidewalk repair update.
I had put that on there because we had talked briefly, I think me, Paul and Travis, about a timeline for sending a letter to Terry Bull. And I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page as far as that timeline goes. And you had talked about spring, May, or
It was one of the questions of what would be reasonable to do now. If we left that meeting with quite a few conversations about what we'd be willing to do as a board with him to get the work done, but we never heard a deadline. So kind of open-ended.
Well, he asked what the deadline was that night. I said what the date on the lawyer's letter was, which was October 31st. So
Which is already in the past, right?
something would have happened before then, but.
Yeah, so either way, I mean. Looking forward, I'm like, let's firm something up. Either we're gonna take action ourselves or let him get it done. I just wondered, should we put something in writing saying
Yeah,
we
let's pick a date.
we
You
expect
wanna
it to
pick
be
the
done
end
by
of
this
May?
May?
Is that soon enough?
Warm weather to That seems more than reasonable to me to give
John,
them
do you think
time.
that's a reasonable time zone?
I think you could, once it warms up and the frost gets out of the ground, he can get it done in a month. So what's that, April, that generally frost comes out of the ground?
April to May, that's not,
I mean, we've given him how long to do this
Yeah.
already. I mean, he's never given it any effort whatsoever.
yeah, I feel like I kind of got bamboozled that night he was here because he left without, we didn't put a date on it and I didn't realize till he was
I
gone.
don't think we need to give him like the whole summer or anything.
No.
If we give him a month in the spring to get it done, and if he doesn't, we just go do it or hire somebody to do it.
May 31st,
Okay.
that good with everybody?
And at May 31st, are we
We'll just.
taking care of it?
We'll take care of it. I'll send you a
Just
bill.
no questions, just on the bill. Okay.
All right. Item E, are you Jim?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go ahead and, it's your, floor's yours.
All right, I live up 316 West Elkhorn Street, so basically my garage and entry to the door is that alley there, my house and the veterinarian's clinic. So the entry's going into both ends of that alley. It's been going on for a while. I got pretty bad here recently. I don't know if, but it's, the entries are just busted up. The scraping's getting worse and worse. I know they went in and they patched asphalt in a hole right in the middle, but that's where everything's scraping is right there. And I was out walking the dog and watched even the rain, and that's kind of deferring around that. But it's just, it's constant scraping.
The worst one is off of Eagle Street or off of Third Street?
Both.
Right over
Third.
One over here and then one down here.
Okay,
To the veterinarian's clinic. But that one over there is really busted up there. And I'll probably say that, you know, majority of the cause is probably the trash trucks, delivery trucks, you know, the box things, not the van things, but the box things, they come in because their bumpers are way lower. And they're just scraping all that asphalt away that's on the streets.
mhm,
But like in front of the veterinarian's clinic, it's like they held the asphalt back. So what's happening now, since the lines have been painted over there, when we pull in and out of our drive or whatever, even the veterinarian people, they won't even park remotely close to the curb. Number one, that's busted up down there. I think it's Terry. But you know, like the one pickup, she's in the first slot half the time. She don't pay attention to her line. So if she parks, she'll be 4 to 5 feet away from that curb, but they don't want to go over that edge of that asphalt. And I can understand that, you know, especially with old people, but it goes up basically just to the north side of the veterinarian's clinic and south towards the highway. And it's just, I just wanted to bring it up because girlfriend's car, when she tries to go through it, if nobody's parked out there, she can take a wide enough angle and go real slow and not scrape. But when they're parked like that, there's no way about it. You know,
okay.
but it's just an issue of, you know, it's getting worse.
Well, if we're talking about a couple of alley approaches, maybe that's something we could put in our, it could be within our sidewalk budget.
I could get some prices.
For next spring.
As far as the asphalt. It's basically, I'm assuming it's a buildup of
Oh, yeah.
like, the old, armor coating and stuff when they just build it up.
About that, where there's
The
the
curved
path.
alley, yeah.
But the approaches,
Why wouldn't they, sorry, why wouldn't they take that asphalt all the way down to the bottom of the curb though? You'd still have a
that's been done for so many years now. I don't know. I mean, that was before my time. I don't know why they did it like that. As far as just the alley approaches though, we can look at that. I don't. Short of getting a mill machine in here and milling asphalt down.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you that I don't see much changing with the street. Until we decide we want to pave that street. We're trying to get streets paved as we can afford them. If it's asphalt repair, we can probably do some spot patching on the asphalt. But as far as the alley approach goes, if we can do something there to make that better for a new alley approach, maybe we can get something done there
Yeah,
for a reasonable amount that we can keep within our budget that we have next year. And I would say that's where I'd like to see us start. Maybe we can sit down and look at these.
the alley, that's gravel, take that down and repack it down, so you got more of a,
Well, we've
not
got,
so much of a dip, you know?
in the last few years, we've done a few alley approaches, and it seems like it's better. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not the, it's all cure all by any means. I mean, you're not gonna, because the roads in town unfortunately have crowns in them. And we can't,
And that, we're not gonna fix the crown of the roads most likely until we go through and repave the whole street, and that would be the time to fix the road. But
but it will help. We haven't had, generally when we do it, we don't get any more complaints. That way, it takes care of the bottom out and stuff like that. So we can look at something like that and I can get some prices on it.
yeah,
Probably won't be up this year, but it might be next spring.
Jim, can you come here for a second?
What that-
Is this even close to being accurate as to what it looks like? I mean, this picture was taken a long time ago. That's not way worse than that, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. Well, that tree isn't there. I mean, I can.
So you're talking about, so this is the rock here. We can get
That's the
something
rock
to get
and
this to
then-
be here to be smooth.
Yeah, because this right now, I mean, like this slab here is just busted up and sitting off to the side. I think a trash truck or something hit it, but
Yep.
this is all getting all worn out. So,
and if we do an approach, we can pour.
That's what I was
What's
saying.
that normally, 12 to 18 into the alley?
Like 16 feet into the alley probably,
Yeah.
and then out.
boy, that would make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then this one
I know
here,
there's a substantial curb and gutter already. I don't know if you put that in there, but that might put that in there. On the.
on the south side of the building?
On the north
Yeah.
side of the alley, south side of the building.
Yeah.
I don't know what, if the city put that in or who put that in.
It looks like that's been a unique problem.
And this is the
getting
other one
that
we were
alley to
talking about.
grade.
Yeah. Now, see that one
Yeah,
grading it back, I don't think it's going to look that good because the concrete actually goes back further in, see,
Mhm.
the sidewalk. And
Yeah,
where it's at there, you'd have to take out the side.
so we could probably bid 2 approaches though, or at least one of them.
Yeah,
And see what they can do for us.
I was gonna, I got a better picture, recent picture.
Oh, yeah.
There's next to the vets clinic.
Gotcha.
And that's probably the worst one.
That is the
Yeah.
worst one, but like I said, the other one on the north side, it's got that sidewalk in there and that road's right there with it. Anything, it might be just a hair higher, so you'd have to actually,
Mhm.
if you was to grade the road, you'd have to slope the sidewalk out.
And that's something that usually we're surprised at how much elevation and slopes changed if they want to make a street or there was, we're seeing a lot of that stuff up around the schools, our next project, and they've been through the design phase. And we don't even know what kind of problems until they start shooting elevations and find, right away and stuff, but,
well, unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to look over it too much. I mean, I planned to stay for a little bit, but
yeah.
I'll take a harder look at it before the next board meeting. Maybe I get some prices together.
And the end by the vet clinic is definitely the worst end.
They're both bad.
They're both, that one's not, the north one's not as bad.
No, they're
It's just
pretty-
something.
My concern-
They're not getting any better, but with the trucks going through there.
My fear is that if we spend money on Eagle Street, and then that's one of our next projects where they want to tear out a new approach and pour it with the new street. If we could hold off on Eagle Street, I think that might make a little sense, or let's get both things bid and make that decision at that time. Who knows how far away we are from Eagle Street paving of it,
Okay.
If somebody hits the lottery and donates a bunch of money to town, maybe we could do a big street project every year.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you.
We'll see what we can do in the spring, get some estimates and maybe do at least one alley approach, if not
Yeah,
two.
yeah. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks. Item F, water sewer. James was sick today, you said,
The family emergency.
So-
Would end up being, so.
but we did hear that they started on the SCADA system the last week, so,
Yeah.
oh, it's done. Okay, so maybe we.
Fancy, I guess.
Something off the list. Thank goodness. There we go.
Yes,
It's the Sixth Street
I feel
project.
like we've been talking about that for a year.
How did that go?
Well,
No new surprises?
Heard nothing from anybody. so
Hallelujah.
fine.
it's nice when a project like that goes well once.
we got the jet of sewer out at the same time. but
But that was in trade-off of what you thought was gonna be a water leak repair, so,
Repair water, so.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna hold off on the water sewer resolution, is that what we wanna do?
Yes,
And-
they couldn't make it tonight and they are gonna be here in January. And so this resolution that I had drafted is kind of just a fill in the blank type thing. And so I figure whatever we discuss, we can kind of just plug it in, with whatever, you know, if they wanted to be here for the discussion. So we'd like to postpone that for January.
If everybody's okay with that, I don't think another month is gonna hurt. We could talk to them then, and
We'll transition to. Oh, so we're gonna throw a new dollar amount in there or what?
So I don't know. I guess I didn't wanna like put anything in there that was
We'll transition.
solid, transition to a monthly billing system or something, yeah, whatever. I just, and then the thing in the brackets would be if we should do a monthly billing for them,
Gotcha.
but I didn't know, so it's just there.
And everything is metered, but some of the meters are not the automatic meters, correct?
They are all radio reads, he just has to go down there and drive down there.
Oh, I thought there was one you had to crawl in a hole or something, he said last month.
there's a meter pit, but I don't know if they have to crawl in
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, no, everything to my knowledge,
Oh,
is
okay.
radio, and then the only thing that's not metered is that hydrant. And the,
The fire hydrant.
yes,
So if we were to offer them one monthly billing service for 6 meters, that's getting a deal. And maybe that's an appropriate thing for the fairgrounds to say, hey, we're giving you a deal on this. But we would like to see the regular rates for the water usage.
right, and I'm assuming sewer as well, I mean.
And sewer,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna have to
Just
base,
as any other municipal
Mhm.
yeah.
rate in town, okay.
Yeah. All right, so we'll table that till next month. Item G, police. We don't have anybody on the line.
We had talked about a date.
Yeah, we're thinking we should probably get together and. So after the clerk's.
That's fine.
I maybe got a guy here now, maybe, but,
Oh, howdy.
Mike can't make it, so he asked me to step in.
Okay.
timed are just right.
You couldn't have been any later. We was about ready to move on. Guys, have a seat. I guess our 2 committee members are gonna try to get a hold of Mike.
Yeah, I was saying. Just let Mike know that we'll send an email about setting up a quarterly meeting.
Okay.
Do you have anything from the sheriff's department for us that you've got concerns or?
Yeah, nothing for us to pass along at this time.
Okay. Knock on wood, everything's been going well and haven't seen any issues.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything for the sheriff? If not, we'll move along.
I think we're good.
All righty.
All right.
Yeah, that was, you had perfect timing.
Yeah.
You too.
Item H, Parks Committee report. Travis and Jeremy, do you guys have anything new?
We haven't really gotten together in quite a while, so no.
I see the Christmas tree lighting ceremony apparently went off without a hitch. The lights are up. It's nice. Monthly library report. Did anybody make it to the last Tuesday night's historical information meeting that she had? She found a bunch of old historic stuff.
I didn't make it down to that, but I was down there and saw some of the things that they found. It's really some really neat history. Talking about some of these markers and some of the information about them. And we started talking about, well, why we didn't give the auditorium a marker. And she's like, well, here's a whole bunch of information about the fundraising for it. And just, it's worth the time to go check it out. It's some really great information. Did she move any of that up yet?
No,
Okay,
and I know that she's doing another one of those
probably afterwards. So
get together things for the historical thing tomorrow. So.
Julie had some concern about storing the old documents, old photos down in the library. And I talked to Kate and we were open to the idea of putting them up in our vault until we had a better way to protect these old photos, old documents, rather than sitting in a box.
Oh, yeah.
outside the mail drop hole where the cigarettes are, you know.
All right. Let's move on to item C, discussion about playground designs from Game Time.
Gotten some, I think there's 3 different designs there, just some pricing, so you can kind of see. I can't remember how much we budgeted, was it 80,000 or 100,000? I can't remember how much we budgeted, and I asked Allison, but she hadn't gotten back to me in time.
I don't remember having a number on my, we did budget time, but
There was a number, I can't remember what it
I
was.
know, and I couldn't find my notes,
I don't remember it being that big.
right, but I can't. But these were the prices we got, and this didn't include like the installation on the wall or something,
It does not.
Did not, no.
no,
I think it included a assisted installation, like that, they would have a guy come out and assist a group or us.
right,
This is the junior stuff.
And it is
which one has a local tie?
this one does, this one has, Mike Turner.
And he has 3 proposals for us.
No, he's the installer, this is the company that he
He installs.
installs for.
Okay,
Now, I think that they said, if I'm not mistaken, that it would be about double or about half of what the price of the equipment is for install, is that what you said?
yeah, that sounds correct.
So if it was a $80,000 equipment, we didn't get her, this was just kind of for you guys to look at.
Right, just so
Now,
you kind of know.
I mean, we could have
Yeah.
her come to next month's meeting or something, I can't remember, when did she say that the grants were up and.
Towards the end of the year, I wanted to say like August or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
where-
but yeah.
we're already too late for this year's
For this
grant
year's, correct,
process.
yeah.
We were too late to begin with.
Right, so there's that grant that they offer, and then Jake has been looking at another one, which would be. Is kind of a longer process, and we would need to like basically spend the whole year working on it, but there are some.
What was the company that they used for down at the ballpark?
That I don't know.
It wasn't Turner, I know that.
I think that might have been.
Is that Crouch?
Crowd Creek, and I can get a hold of him and there's another company too. This is just a base.
Yeah, no, I was just curious.
Based on what we have now and the problems we've had, is there anything that you want to stay away from? You want to point out that, hey, I don't know if this is good, this,
I don't wanna have any rope for anything, because
okay,
I think that I really think they just destroy ropes.
yeah,
They'd cut them, do whatever
so keep it chain or cable.
Any concern on canopies and things like that?
she mentioned something about that you could add them later too, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like shade canopies over picnic shelters and stuff.
Or just even the ones included in the playset that they wear fast and they're more to replace, or
She never really said, that'd be questions you'd have to ask.
Just curious.
them When they come.
okay.
All right, so we need to look these over, see if there's one that really sticks out to us, and then,
And if you guys find another company and you find something that, by all means, let us know, and we, Kate, not Kate or I can get a hold of them, we can set up a meeting.
Figure it out.
okay,
And the grants they offered would be off of this price?
I can't remember if she said that this was with the grant pricing or not.
Okay.
I wanna say that she said this might have been with the grant pricing.
Okay.
Now the one Jake is looking at is. Maybe you pay for 25% of it or something, and they cover the other 75%. Or they reimburse you essentially, you pay for the
Sure.
thing, but. Anyway, yeah, but that would be a whole process. It was a lot of work, and I don't know if you'll get it, but it's an
Right.
option, so
But for $80,000, it might be worth the
probably
effort.
worth it, right? So anyway,
do you remember when any of that equipment that's there went in? I'm not
I'd say
asking,
it's been 20 years ago at least.
oh geez,
That'd be my guess.
3 years.
so we really don't know what's gonna be involved in taking some of that stuff out, if there's
There's footings.
big footings, is that stuff we can do?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. I think we can probably hook the machine onto it and pull them out.
Yeah.
She made it sound like that the demolition of it's not that terribly bad, so.
Okay. All right, take a look at these and be ready for more discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Item I, Cemetery Committee Report.
So unless, John, if you know anything else we're not aware of, but.
I never did see a Christmas tree out there.
Oh, from there.
Whose job was that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Tommy said that he was gonna put a Christmas tree up and never saw one.
I'll check into that. I may be able to help with that.
Yeah.
All right. Item J, administrative, Washington County Building Permit Report. Anybody see anything exciting in there?
Is it in here?
Is it? Yeah, I don't see a page. Is it not? Do we not?
Never get it, sorry.
Okay. Yep,
So, I wasn't sent one.
all right. Okay, what do you have for us on the clerk's report? Anything exciting?
No, now same old stuff, I guess. I did.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, December, doesn't need to be crazy. I did meet with, Sheila and Kelsey Wolf, who's the new treasurer for or newly appointed person for the treasurer for the library board, to talk about some of their budgeting and record keeping needs. And so that was an interesting meeting, and I understand budgeting stuff a little bit better and the accounting stuff from all that, so, that was good. So bond payments. What else? We're closing at noon this Friday for the People Service Christmas party. FYI, the office will be closed. And then I'm gone December 26th through January 3rd. And Jake will be here and he'll have a cell phone and he can hold down the board just fine, so. That's all.
Discussion and possible approval of resolution 12182023C to wire transfer product schedule agreement with RVR Bank. And this is just because they're changing names.
So yeah, so because they are, I don't know, not a new bank, but they have some different policies now, and she said that if you do more than 3 wire transfers a year, you have to sign this agreement, and part of it was this resolution. Basically, my understanding is the resolution is just saying who can transfer product, and so that would be me, Paul, Travis, because we're on the account. And I think giving them permission to do so. I understand.
Okay.
So if anybody else has ever taken off of who can transfer product or added on, then we would need to do another on the thing that needs to be updated as needed, so.
So then we would just need a resolution to approve.
Yes, yeah, so it's in there. They have the resolution
2, 3,
typed up and everything, so,
as presented.
yeah.
I move to introduce resolution
You should name the signers in your resolution, because we don't have them.
because they're not on there, right? Yeah.
Village chairman.
Move to introduce resolution and moves for its passage for resolution 12182023C. Schedule A to wire transfer product schedule agreement with RVR Bank with the signers of Paul Kraus, Travis Kramer, and Kate Robinson.
Good to me.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second for approval of resolution 12182023C. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey. Travis Kramer.
Should we abstain from that one, or? I don't know why we have to.
I don't know.
I think you need.
Abstain.
Okay. Scott McCorney,
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
I'll abstain as well. We still have the 3 votes to pass, so.
All right.
Kate, that makes me think, so like on our Visa bill, it still says Nikki on there.
So I thought that this card was through the bank, and so I had, like called them, and they said that you had to, I had to apply for a card. And I was like, what do you mean I apply for one? Isn't it just the Village of Arlington? You just change the name on the card, but they said that's not how that works, and I was like, okay.
So it's not a government card?
It is a business card, but it's in Nikki's name. And so anyway, I'd have to get a whole different, like apply for a credit card and then get a whole new card number and everything. And I just haven't done that yet. I need to, but I just didn't, I don't know what all comes off this card. But
So what is that Visa card? Is that, it's not the,
it says Village of Arlington on there, but they said that we can't just.
but it's through the bank or it's through the,
I thought it was, but they just gave me an application for a credit card and said, you'll have to fill this out with your info. And I was like, I don't.
so is Nikki getting some points or something?
No, because it all goes to, like, I don't know.
Like when you pay the bill, where's it go?
Us. I'm not sure. It was very weird and I just didn't quite know what to do. So I was like, deal with this at a later.
So
date.
that's why you're wearing Nikki's shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't even
In
notice
case
that.
Pizza comes for an audit.
I just noticed it today when I was looking at the.
No, that's
bill.
why, because I just didn't feel like filling out a credit card application with my info on it and I didn't know what to do and I was confused, so.
Who, can we talk to somebody from our bank about that? Make sure that's the way the process.
That's why I was confused.
PR told you that you need it,
Yes, the
what?
lady at the bank gave me this application and said, because I said, can we please change the name on the card and get a new one? And she said, no, you have to apply for the card again.
Was that here?
Yeah,
You may need to go over to Cleveland.
I think so, because
Just from a couple things for us to like.
Doesn't even make sense.
I know, so anyway, I don't know. It's supposed
See if you can find another person.
I don't know why they even have Nikki's name or anyone's name on it. If it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confused anyway, so that's what the story is.
Thanks.
I'll figure it out.
Item D, discussion and possible approval of lien on property for non-payment of water sewer utility bill. What page is that on? I'm having trouble getting down there.
It's not, it's just in front of you.
Oh. Okay. So the next reading of the ordinance that we read tonight, we won't have to do this lien process.
As a board, yes, like when I can just sign it.
Okay.
I gave them 60 days notice via certified mail, but also on the door of the house because they have since moved out. I didn't get the certified thing back, but the door hanger was gone, so somebody was notified of it. So.
So
anyway,
we don't need a resolution. We just need to vote on the approval of the lien on this property in the amount of $424.49.
yep.
Okay. So we just need a motion and a second.
Motion to approve the lien in the amount of $424.94.
49.
49 cents, thank you, on the property of ABW 95 lot 5 block 19-2 PC8. Is that good enough? Or commonly known as 320 North 4th Street.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second for the application of a lien on property as presented in the amount of $424.49. There's no further discussion. Let's vote on that motion.
Jason Weissy,
Aye.
Travis Kramer,
Aye.
Scott McCorney,
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen, Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item E, discussion and approval of sponsoring clerk for leadership Washington County in 2024 in the amount of $800.
This is what Nikki did last year.
So it's one day a month. And we feel like we've got a great person here to cover, just like we did when Nick was doing it, so. And you did say you have to apply and you won't know until that application
Yeah.
process.
Application
So-
process, so maybe I won't get accepted, guys.
You're gonna get accepted.
I think this was a great thing for Nikki.
Oh, yeah.
I think the connections you make in the county are worth going to
Right.
by itself. Yeah.
That's not through the bank, I don't think. Actually, maybe she really did just got me to the card on her.
I'll motion to approve sponsoring Nikki. She's
Kate. Says Nikki on her shirt.
I'm looking at your shirt.
Sorry, I.
Sponsoring Kate for the leadership Washington County in 2024 in the amount of $800. Sponsoring clerk leadership.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of sponsoring.
Kate.
For the leadership of Washington County, 2024. There's no further discussion. Let's vote on that.
Travis Kramer,
Aye.
Scott McCorney,
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen,
Aye.
Lisa Macy, Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 8. Anybody have anything else before we take a motion for adjournment?
Real quick, as far as Sheriff Robinson had that invite to go to that town hall meeting, discuss what's happening over there. He says, please plan to attend. Was it directed towards us or not?
Was that in Blair?
It's gonna be in
And-
Fort Calhoun.
Oh.
Yeah, their
20th.
light venue place.
Oh,
It's probably necessary.
I don't think it was for us to go, yeah.
I missed that. I didn't read that one. Was that in today's report?
Yeah. I think so.
I guess we'll have to find out if that includes us or not.
I don't think it needed us.
Oh.
All right,
Hey, motion to adjourn.
we have a motion
Second.
and a second for adjournment. Let's vote on that motion.
Scott McCorney,
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen,
Aye.
Lisa Macy,
Aye.
Travis Kramer,
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. You may have picked a record meeting. That was pretty fast.
Least we could do for you. Don't forget your signature though.
Yeah, bring it on up. Well, I know.
Okay, that says, the Visa card says TCM Bank out of
You bet.
Atlanta.
I don't know why I thought it was every day. I read.
All right, thanks for coming.
Good night.
Take care, have a good Christmas.
Well.